My last video, it ended, so I have to make a two-part video. So I apologize. We were recording and we didn't know it was stopped recording. So we ended up pink erasers, and Troy called it out. I had one pink eraser, so I went ahead and filled that in. And then our last items is glue sticks. And Jahandre called that out, and I had 2, so I filled that in. So we have 2. So now we're going to go to our questions. Which thing is there the most of? And when I asked most, when it comes to math, is that an adding or subtracting? You're right, that's an adding word. So we decided that markers as a class, we have the most. So I wrote markers. So on question 2, which thing is there the least of? Is least, when it comes to math, think of the word least. Is that adding or subtracting? You guys are right, it's subtracting. And I'm gonna put that right here. It's subtracting. And the one thing that we had the least of, which that means hardly any at all, was the pink erasers, and we already wrote that in, pink erasers. Good job. Okay, now this one's gonna be hard, but I know we can do it if we do it together. Let's slow down and let's think this through. How many markers? So, first of all, I know this is markers. It's asking for how many. Well, let's count how many markers we have. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I would do, let's put the number 4 right here next to the word markers. And pink erasers. Let's do the same thing for pink erasers. If we look at our graph, we only have 1. So we're gonna put 1 right here. Now, we need to do the other part of our question. Are there together? If we think in math words, together, is that gonna be adding or is that gonna be subtracting? You're right, that's gonna be adding. So I need to add 4 plus 1. I'm gonna put that right here. 4 plus 1. If I have 4 and I add 1, how many am I gonna have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are correct. So my answer is going to be 5. If I add the markers plus the erasers, I will have 5 things. Okay, last question, number 4. How many crayons are there than glue sticks? Let's see, crayons. We said crayons, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3. So let's write a 3 next to the crayon word. And how many glue sticks do we have? You're right, we have 2. But let's think, we're gonna look at this word again, than. Than is not together. We knew together was adding, so than's gonna be, you're right, than is gonna be subtracting. So I'm gonna do 3, take away 2. If I have 3 and I take away 2, what am I gonna have left? You are correct, we are gonna have 1. So, you guys, we did a whole graphing activity together, but what I wanna see, how you guys can do a graphing activity together with your buddies. So I'm gonna pass out your paper. Does everyone have one? Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to do, after you write your name, so everyone needs to get a pencil out, write your name. We're gonna read the directions together. Is everyone listening? I see thumbs up, good job. Okay, the direction is graph the winner pictures and answer the questions below. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. Before we start graphing, I want you guys to circle some important words that we talked about. And you guys can use this as a model if you need to. Or if you guys have questions or not sure, raise your hand. But remember, you're working together with your math buddies. This is a team effort. You guys can talk about it. You guys can ask questions. You guys can ask the team next to you to try to figure this out. But the words that I want us to circle is in number 1. The first line, I want you to circle the word most. Circle that for me and then put a plus sign. You're gonna know that most, we're gonna talk about, that's adding. That's something to do with the most. Line number 2, the least. We're gonna talk about something that's the less, subtracting. Keep that in mind, subtracting. Number 3, line number 3, I want you I want you to circle all together, together. Remember, when we're doing something together, we're gonna add something. And then, when we're gonna do are there, then, let's do subtracting. So again, what I want you guys to do, I'm gonna give you about 5 to 7 minutes. You guys are gonna work together in your group. You're gonna do this together. And then what we're gonna do, after you guys figure out, you're gonna count how many snowmen there are, and then you're gonna graph it. You're gonna count snowflake, graph it, hot cocoa, graph it, penguin, and then Minton. And then you're gonna answer your questions. If you have time, then you can think about questions that you wanna ask somebody else on the back, if you have time. And when we are finished, you guys will just turn them into me, and then we'll get ready to go on to reading. So, like I said, put your thinking caps on. I know you guys will do a great job. If you have any questions, raise your hand, and thank you, and start working on your math. You got it?